guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am happy you found us, and if you're back for more, thank you. It's been a few days. There is a lot going on. I told you there's a big surprise. Well, the big surprise is we are moving. We are moving from California back to Dallas, Texas. Super excited. Back to family and friends. Always good. And yeah, so there's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to have maybe some packing videos, some tips for, staging your home. If you have this upcoming in your future, it'll help. If not, don't worry. We're going to have a lot of crafting projects as well. We're going to document the whole move through videos, photographs, and journaling, that sort of thing. So we're going to make a calendar planner for the move to keep track of stuff, just to do that, to put in our picture, to kind of document the whole thing. So there's a lot of exciting things coming up. Plus, if you didn't know before, I used to sell vintage online and on my Etsy shop, and that's probably going to come back. Super excited about that, as well as we'll have vintage stuff for journaling, as well as vintage items themselves. We'll stop and probably, it's going to be great. We're super excited. But today's video I'm really super excited about too, because I'm answering your questions. I marked these questions down, and I had gotten over 350 questions pertaining to what is the difference between scrapbooks, junk journals, and glue books. And the reason you might be wondering, why are they asking you about scrapbooks? Well, years ago when it first came out, I was a creative memories consultant. Yes, it was an MLM, I know, and they're terrible now. But back then we didn't know, and it was actually a pretty decent one at the time. And so I did creative memories, and I taught a couple of classes at our local rec center with the creative memories stuff. So I learned all about scrapbooks back then. So that's why I'm getting asked. So today I'm going to answer all the questions I've been getting. And of course, if you want a more in-depth video about scrapbooks and maybe an example of a scrapbook page today with some of the new stuff out, just comment below and I'll do a video on it for you. But let's get into this video and the differences between scrapbooks, junk journals, and glue books. Now, scrapbooks are meant to hold memories. They're meant to be archival. They're meant to keep what's precious. And I created this scrapbook of my little son when he was in Cub Scouts. And it's meant to be handed down to his kids, his grandkids. So that's what a scrapbook is. It's something that's telling a story about a place, a person, a thing, and it's something that you want to hand down to maybe an organization to be stored in their vaults for future members to see, like this for my future family members, my great-great-great-grandkids to see, for, people like that. That's what a scrapbook is for, okay? And I'll just show you. Now, this was way back in the day, and it has definitely, techniques have changed. Like I said, so if you'd like to see how to do a modern scrapbook page, please leave me a comment down below, and I will definitely do a modern scrapbook for you. But this is one. This was done with some scrapbook papers right here, and I cut them out, but it was a kit, and right here, and I didn't do a lot of the papers. I just put bits and pieces because I wanted my cute little baby to be the star, okay? But that was a scrapbook page, and this will be handed down. It's all acid-free. It's a kit, which means these other papers that aren't photos recipe, it means the photos were printed on acid-free paper. So a lot of time and trouble went into making sure that nothing will change the quality of the photos or of the layout. And here's another one. I used a kit and some acid-free stuff. Acid-free kit, acid-free glue. The pictures are printed on acid-free paper. There's just a lot of things that go into a scrapbook, and you might be thinking, that's a lot of work. It is, but this will still look just like it does 20 years from now. So, Okay, so that's a scrapbook. It's archival. It's meant to preserve photos mostly. You can journal. I did journal. And there's tips and tricks to all that. So like I said, if you want a more in-depth scrapbook video, comment below, because if you're a beginner, because I was a creative memories consultant way back when, I have tons of information to share. I just don't want to do it right now if you're not interested. Okay, so scrapbooks are meant to be photos and just kept forever, okay? But they can be more than photos, but again, that's more than we want to get into. So think scrapbooks are forever. They are to be handed down generation to generation. Think preserving history, okay? So that's a scrapbook. Junk journals are handmade, or you can buy them, whichever, but they are meant for today. Okay, they are meant for the here and now, today, to be used day to day, and whether you keep them when you're done or not just depends on you. Maybe you want to keep them, but if your kid finds this after you're gone, are they going to keep it? Not if you're just making a list of your day-to-day life. No, they probably won't, okay? So junk journals are the here and now. They're day-to-day. They're not special papers. They're just a mix of all sorts of different kinds of papers. You can keep lists in them. I have a bunch of business cards that when I was doing Etsy, I kept other people's Etsy cards. I still have them. I have business list in here. I have personal list in here. And yes, I kept it because, well, it's a good thing because we're moving back and I'll need this. But I kept it because it was important to me, but it's not meant to be kept year to year, okay? Because you don't use anything special in it, the ink's going to fade, the pages are going to get brown, turn colors, that kind of thing. So junk journals are day to day. Lastly, a glue book. And glue books are what I call mindless. They're just meant for when you're sitting down and you start to just take pictures you've cut out of magazines and glue them on a page. You're not even really thinking about what you're doing. You're just gluing the pictures on the page. You're watching TV, you're listening to a podcast, and you're just gluing. You're not even paying attention whether you're making something cohesive or not. You're just gluing your mini pictures down on the page. If they come out being cohesive, then that's just your subconscious still being creative, okay? But if they don't, that's fine too. Okay, and I was going to show you a couple. This one, I just glued pages down. They don't really all go together, but they do in a way, okay? And then this one I showed you a minute ago. This one ended up being kind of a kitchen-y one. But I just glued them all down. And then I went back and kind of wrote a little bit after I realized they all kind of were in the same family. But I wasn't paying attention. I was just picking pieces up out of a pile and gluing them down and really watching a movie. So glue books are what I call just kind of mindless relaxation. You just kind of get out of your head. You're enjoying something, a podcast, a movie, maybe peace and quiet, and you're just gluing. And there's not really a set image or anything set in mind. Okay? So, let's just kind of recap real quick. A scrapbook is meant to preserve and be handed down from generation to generation. A scrapbook is for the long haul. A junk journal is for today. It's here and now. It's what's going on with you here and now. Maybe what you have to do in the next week or two, what you did last week, but it's here and now, your daily life. And it's not meant to last, a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's meant to serve its function here and now. And our glue book is meant to be mindless relaxation, where we're not focusing on what we're doing. We're just doing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, scrapbook versus junk journal versus glue book. I hope it helped answer all the people that had questions about the differences between them. If you'd like to see a more in-depth on scrapbooking and maybe how to do a basic layout from somebody that used to sell creative memories, I don't now, don't worry. Definitely leave me a comment down below, and I would love to do the video for you. And excited to be moving. I'll try to keep the video schedule up. It might get a little crazy while we're actually moving, but don't worry, the videos are going to keep coming. Stick with me because there's going to be a lot more interesting videos. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye.